Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. So we're moving on, and now we're discussing another i'rab far'i. And today we're discussing i'rab ma la yansarif. Okay, basically ghayr munsarif, he's called it. That which does not change. And we'll explain that shortly. Okay? Wa ma la yansarif. So now, if you remember, at the end of the book there's a long section where he explains ghayr munsarif in detail. So he explains there, what is ghayr munsarif? Here, all he's explaining is the i'rab of ghayr munsarif. Okay? So we're not going to explain in detail what is ghayr munsarif. We already know basics from our basic nahw, and we're going to do a bit more detail here, but the proper technical details will come at the end of the book. There's a separate fasl for that. Okay? But I got a small code. If you learn this code, it's very simple for you to remember what ghayr munsarif is. Okay? What is ghayr munsarif? Some alam means names. Some names. So remember ghayr munsarif, some names. Correct? Now what's the code? Can you remember the code? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam's great grandfather is Ibrahim. His mother is Amina. His name is Ahmad. His second Khalifa's name is Umar. And the third Khalifa's name is Uthman. Keep this in mind, and you can remember all the names that are ghayr munsarif. Ibrahim refers to any non-Arabic name. So all non-Arabic names, there's few exceptions, but it's simple. Non-Arabic names are what? Ghayr munsarif. Amina, is it masculine name or female name? Feminine name. So any feminine name is going to be what? Ghayr munsarif. Ahmad, what does it sound like? Af'alu. What does it sound like? Af'alu, taf'alu. So any verb, any name on the pattern of fa'lun mudari, like af'alu, isn't it? Ahmadu. So any verb on the pattern of a fa'l mudari will be ghayr munsarif. Any word on the pattern of fu'alu, any name on the pattern of fu'al will be ghayr munsarif. And any name with alif noon at the end. Alifun wa noonun. But what kind of alifun wa noonun? Za'idatan. A name, alifun wa noonun za'idatani. So remember this code. The Prophet's grandfather, Ibrahim, Amina, Ahmad, Umar, Uthman. Alayhimus salam wa radiyallahu anhum. So Ibrahim, any non-Arabic name. Amina, female name. Ahmad, the name, any name on the pattern of fa'al mudari. Umar, any name on the pattern of fu'al. And Uthman, any name with alif noon at the end. Simple code to remember. These are ghayr munsarif names. And then you have munsarif what? Plurals. What do you have? Ghayr munsarif plurals. And remember the code. Allah sent wahi to who? Who did Allah send revelation to? Anbiya. So and they pass on knowledge to who? The ulama. Who taught in what? Madaris, madaris, places of knowledge. What did they use? Qaratis. And qaratis is what? Papers. So Anbiya, any plural on the pattern of af'ila'u. Any plural on the pattern of fu'ala'u. Any plural on the pattern of any plural with an alif followed by 2 letters. Or any plural with an alif followed by 3 letters. These are ghayr munsarif plurals. So Anbiya taught knowledge to ulama in madaris using qaratis. Yes, Anbiya passed on knowledge to ulama who taught in madaris using qaratis. So af'ila, fu'ala, alif plus 2 letters or alif plus 3 letters with the middle being sakin. You got the code so far? And because you don't understand the code, you're all very red and angry at me because you don't understand. It's so hard to learn. I'm giving you hard words to learn. So any plural on the pattern of ahmar, what does ahmar mean? Red. And any adjective on the pattern of ghadban has alif noon at the end. Alif plus alif noon. So red and angry. Ahmar and ghadban. So you try to learn the first two, you don't remember, so you become red and angry. Ahmar and ghadban. Muhammad, you got it? But they're not names. Ahmar and Ghadban are adjectives, red and angry. So these are names on the pattern of Ahmad and Uthman. These are adjectives on Ahmar and Ghadban. Yes? Do you understand the code? So this is not all of the rules, but this is to get you by most of the times. If you ever get stuck, like basics, this is basic to get you by. So remember, names, Ibrahim, non-Arabic. Amina, feminine. Ahmad, fa'il mudari. Umar, fu'al. And Uthman, alif and noon. Then we go on to plurals. Ulama taught knowledge to the Anbiya taught knowledge to the ulama who taught in madaris using qaratis. So Anbiya, af'ila. Ulama, fu'ala. Madaris, alif followed by 2 letters. Qaratis, alif followed by 3 letters. And then we got all tired, we become red and angry. So adjectives which are the pattern of af'alu or fa'lan. And these are ghayr munsarif. Now, to what is the ghayr munsarif i'rab? No, right here. Right. وَمَا لَا يَنْصَرِفُ. So we call it ghayru munsarifin, but this he's used as a mawsul silah. That which does not have sarf. Now, la yansarifu, so sarf means tanween. I know sarf means ilm sarf conjugation, but sarf also means tanween. What does sarf mean? Tanween. And in fa'ala means to accept an effect. So kasara is to break. In kasara, to accept the effect of breaking. So what does insarafa meaning? It does not accept sarf, which meaning? What does it mean? That which does not accept tanween. So la yansarifu. So we can translate this as ghayr munsarif and ghayr munsarif. But literally, ghayr munsarif or ma la yansarifu means that which does not accept tanween. So that so the i'rab asli are for those words except for ma la yansarif. A word which is not munsarif. What will happen to that? فَيُجَرُّ بِالْفَتْحَةِ. It will be given a jar with a fatha. For example, بِأَفْضَلَ مِنْهُ. Afdala means more virtuous. Is that a name, plural or adjective? Afdal, virtuous. Is an adjective. And the adjective is on which pattern? Af'alu pattern. So therefore it's ghayr munsarif. So even though ba is harfun jar, this is majroor state, but the majroor state is yujarru bil fathati. The majroor state has a kasra. Sorry, majroor state has a fatha. We done this right. This is basics, but just make it in Arabic. Abdullah, Abdurrahman, you following? Ji Abdullah, you following? Umar, Saqib, Mustafa. Okay. For example, look, وَأَهِدْنَا إِلَىٰ إِبْرَاهِيمَ. إِلَىٰ حرف jar, Ibrahim majroor. Majroor state is expressed using what? Fatha. وإسماعيل is atfanda. إعراب التبعية. So this is the ma'tuf, majroor, but the majroor is expressed using a fatha. Understood? Now one more point. So one point. Illa, however, unless or except with alif lam. What does that mean? If a ghayr munsarif word, a word which is normally ghayr munsarif, meaning a ghayr munsarif plural or a ghayr munsarif adjective, because ghayr munsarif nouns can't take alif lam. If you have a ghayr munsarif plural or a ghayr munsarif adjective and it has alif lam, what does it have? Alif lam ma'al or bil idafa. It has alif lam or it has idafa. Then it can have a kasra. So for example, bil afdali, ba is harfun jar, afdal is ghayr munsarif, but because the ghayr munsarif word has what on it? Alif lam on it. So because of this, we can now put a kasra on the ghayr munsarif word. So if a ghayr munsarif word has alif lam, then the ghayr munsarif word can take a kasra. So normally standard is ghayr munsarif does not take tanween nor kasra. But if there's an alif lam on it, then it allows it to have what? A kasra. Similarly, if the ghayr munsarif word becomes mudaf, then you can have a kasra. So for example, bi afdalikum, ba is harfun jar, and afdali is mudaf, kum is mudaf ilayh. So because this is a majroor state, but it's becoming mudaf, you can have a kasra. So bi afdalikum, by the best of you. Do you understand? Are you following? Does everybody understand this? So the rule is ghayr munsarif is no tanween, and it's yujarru bil fatha. In the majroor state, it has a fatha. But if the mudaf word has alif lam, number one, or number two, it becomes mudaf, then you can have a kasra in the majroor state as well. Do you understand? So for example, look, we have here وَأَنْتُمْ آكِفُونَ فِي الْمَسَاجِدِ. Masajid is a plural. Which pattern is it on? Mafa'il. The pattern of madaris. Alif lam, alif followed by two letters. Now this becomes what? Ghayr munsarif. But what does the ghayr munsarif word have at the beginning of it? Alif lam. So when it has alif lam, we are now allowed to put a kasra, the fil masajidi. If for example there wasn't alif lam and there wasn't the Quran, we could say fi masajida. Because ghayr munsarif. When alif lam comes, we're now allowed to add in the kasra. Fil masajidi. Similarly, لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْوِيمٍ. The fi is harfun jar. Ahsan is mutavdi, is an ahmar pattern, it's an adjective, best of forms. So this is ghayr munsarif. So why is it kasra? Because it becomes mudaf. Because it's becoming mudaf, that's why the ghayr munsarif can now have kasra. So generally speaking, mudaf, the ghayr munsarif does not have kasra, but if it has alif lam or becomes mudaf, then you're allowed to add a kasra onto it. Understood? Yes? Any questions? Okay, we stop here today, inshallah. Subhanallah wa bihamdi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.